fantastic books and where to find them. Welcome to day 3 of the Booktube-A-Thon 2017. Today I read Milk and Honey. I read this in one day. This is my challenge read to read in one day. It's contemporary poetry and it was a bit different to what I would normally read. I don't really read a lot of poetry. I did read The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and although I enjoyed parts of it, most of it I felt like sort of, it sounds really horrible, but it kind of just sounds like some emo ramblings from like a blog in 2005, which I know sounds really, really harsh, and in the right circumstances some of it I did enjoy. But that's just my personal opinion. It's just the way it resonated with me. Milk and Honey is in much the same vein, but is a lot darker, a lot deeper, and a lot more mature. And I thought it had a bit more depth. There were certain parts that I felt just didn't feel right. I mean, it's a weird type of poetry, for me anyway. I'm used to quite traditional poetry, and it just sort of felt like one really, really long emotional story written in a very eloquent way, in a very symbolistic kind of way, which I'm guessing is what poetry kind of is nowadays. But you wouldn't just publish one of the poems from this book and say, yeah, that's a poem. I don't think. I think, to me, the whole book is the poem, and the same with The Princess Saves Herself, really, or at least the chapters that this had: the loving, the hurting, the healing, if I remember right, or something like that. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it really. I did enjoy what I read of it. Another bit you guys are all here for. The video challenge for today is movie magic, and it's just really difficult because I have no one else to help me film. I have no one else here to help reenact this scene for me. So the idea is that it needs to be reenacting a scene from a book. So I'm going to give this a go. I apologise in advance. The painting was a lie, a bright pretty lie bursting with pale pink blooms and fat beams of sunshine. Incessant, unrelenting spring. If I'd painted this glimpse into the court the way my gut had urged me, it would have been flesh-shredding thorns, flowers that choked off the sunlight for any plant smaller than them, and rolling hills stained red. But each brushstroke on the wide canvas was calculated, each dab and swirl and blending of colours meant to portray not just idyllic spring, but a sunny disposition as well. Not too happy, but gladly, finally healing from the horrors I carefully divulged. I suppose in the past weeks I'd crafted my demure as intricately as one of those paintings. I suppose if I'd also chosen to show myself as I truly wished, I would have been adorned with flesh-shredding talons and hands that choked the life out of those now in my company. I would have left the gilded halls stained red. But not yet. Not yet, I told my... Oh, hi Lucian. I totally knew you were there. Don't mind me. Just being my normal sappy self, just painting, you know, totally normal. Nothing to see here. Totally not trying to find out all the secrets of your court so I can destroy it. Oh, I've not heard from Rhysand in a while. I wonder what Rhysand would think of me right now, doing this on my own, being amazing. I'm going to take down the court and, oh, nothing's going on here. So that was my really terrible little skit. I'm hoping it works as I planned and will be at least a little bit funny. If not, I'm really, really sorry. It's just kind of what I saw in my head when I read that scene, especially looking back on it. I thought it was hilarious. So hopefully that came across in the skit. I'm not sure. My read for tomorrow is going to be The Sin Eater's Daughter. I know this wasn't on my TBR. It's another one I've changed. I did start reading Percy Jackson after I finished Milk and Honey, but I just could not get on with it. It really didn't help that I had the audiobook and I just couldn't get on with that narrator. So I'll probably come back to it another time, but for this I'm going to go for The Sin Eater's Daughter. Just something I wanted to read anyway. So I just thought I'd change it. I mean, she's still a different person from me. She like touches people and kills them. I don't do that, so I figured kind of fits, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. As usual, link me in the comments if you guys have done your video for today as well, or in general. I would be happy to check them out. I want to see what you guys have done. I think this is going to be a really, really fun challenge to see. So thank you guys, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye!